Let me give you the truth about finding real estate deals on the MLS that most investor gurus never slow down to explain. The MLS is not hiding the deals from you. You're probably searching for the wrong thing. So you're not failing because your realtor refuses to send you good properties. It's not the deal. But you're not failing because every seller suddenly become unreasonable. You're shopping in a retail marketplace while expecting wholesale prices. Those are two completely different games. So in this video, I'm going to show you why most investor offers on the MLS properties get rejected, how to recognize when lower price listings may not actually be a deal, and 3 MLS strategies that can help you find the opportunities other buyers overlook. The third strategy might be the most important because it can eventually cause brokers to start bringing opportunities directly to you. Now, here's what usually happens. A man in his late 40s or 50s realizes that retirement math is not working. He's worked for 30 years. He's contributed to his 401k plan. He paid the mortgage. He's helped all the kids. Maybe he's even helping aging parents now too, okay? But then he looks at his account balance and he thinks, man, how is this supposed to replace my income? So he starts studying real estate. Watch a few videos. You'll learn about flipping houses, rental income, and buying below market value. And he calls up a realtor and he says something like this: hey, send me some deals. And what does the realtor send him? He sends him regular houses at regular prices. Okay, so now this guy's really frustrated because he believes that the realtor doesn't understand investing, but that's not the real problem. The problem is the expectation. Most owners who list a property with a real estate broker are trying to expose that property to the largest reasonable pool of buyers. So they want market value. Sometimes they might accept less. Sometimes they have a real problem. And sometimes condition, timing, or financing actually create an opening. But they normally did not hire a broker so an investor could buy the property at wholesale pricing. They hired a broker to market it. Guys, here's the deal, all right? The MLS is a retail marketplace. It doesn't mean that there aren't any investment opportunities, okay? It means opportunity must come from something more substantial than simply making a low offer. Recent real estate investing discussions still describe the MLS as one acquisition source among several, okay? With actual opportunities generally connected to the condition, seller circumstances, failed contracts, or reduced competition, not merely a listing appearing online. So let's walk through the mistake. All right, an investor sees a house listed for $285,000. Then he finds a remodeled house nearby that sold for $350,000. Now he thinks, look, hey, there's instantly $65,000 in equity. No, there might not be. So let's slow down and do the real math. The property needs a roof. It needs heating and cooling work. It needs flooring, paint, and interior repairs. It needs a kitchen and a bathroom update. Guys, that's already $68,000 in work. And forget, we haven't even included financing, holding costs, utilities, insurance, closing costs, or the surprise you discover after opening up that wall. So that $65,000 price difference was not automatically equity. It may have actually been the market discounting the property's condition. The listing broker may have already priced those problems into the asking price. All right, now imagine offering the seller another $60,000 below the list price because you still need room for profit. Why would the seller accept that? Your repair costs matter to you. Your holding costs, they matter to you. You guessed it, your profit matters to you. But the seller's not responsible for building your investment return. So here is the question that matters most. What are you giving the seller in return for the discount you want? That question changed the way I looked at investment properties. See, I stopped asking only, how cheaply can I buy the house? I started asking a better question. What problem exists here that a normal retail buyer cannot or will not solve? See, that's where the real opportunity begins. All right, the best investment deals are not always the cheapest looking houses. They're often properties with problems you have the capital, experience, and system to handle. All right, the first strategy is to search for friction. Friction is anything that reduces the number of buyers willing to be able to purchase the property. That can include things like significant deferred maintenance, an unfinished renovation, that's a big one, fire or water damage, a property that will not qualify for normal financing, difficult tenants, vacant units, multiple failed contracts, unusual possession requirements, a seller who needs a dependable closing, all right? A bank-owned property with condition problems. Banks selling properties acquired through foreclosure can sometimes create opportunity, particularly when condition or financing limitations shrink the buyer pool. But bank-owned properties do not automatically mean cheap. The bank still wants to recover as much as reasonably possible. So the opportunity is created by the problem, not by the foreclosure label. All right. Recent investor guidance similarly emphasizes searching MLS and foreclosure inventory while still analyzing return, condition, and financing rather than assuming the listing itself guarantees a bargain. Okay, pay attention. This is big. Here's what nobody's telling you. A problem only creates opportunity when you can afford to solve it. A roof problem is not an opportunity when you don't have the money for a roof. A tenant problem is not an opportunity when you do not understand management. A financing problem is not an opportunity when your own capital is uncertain. See, otherwise you're not buying a deal. You're buying somebody else's headache. The second strategy is to stop looking at an MLS listing as a static advertisement. Listings have stories, so things to look at include things like days on market, price changes, previous contracts, financing restrictions, occupancy. Broker remarks are clues, repair disclosures, whether the property has fallen out of escrow, if the seller's circumstances may have changed. A new listing may have 15 buyers watching it. The seller doesn't really have a lot of reasons to negotiate aggressively on day one. But what happens after 40 days, 50 days, 60 days? What happens after 2 contracts fall through? What happens when an inspection uncovers something that frightens conventional buyers? What happens when the seller has already moved and is paying for 2 properties? The house didn't necessarily become worse. The seller's priorities may have changed. This is why timing matters. The deal that you can't purchase today, it might become workable later. Only if your broker maintains communication and you remain prepared to perform. Remember that original problem that we had? You thought the realtor wasn't bringing you deals? Deals are not always separate properties sitting in a secret folder. Sometimes a deal is created when the same property meets a different moment. Recent commentary on the MLS investing makes a similar point, right? Listings that have aged, fallen through, or developed complications can sometimes become more negotiable than brand new listings receiving fresh attention. The third strategy is one of the most investors completely overlook. Become the investor brokers trust to close. New investors often contact realtors and say something like, hey, send me anything that's a good deal. That tells the broker absolutely nothing. See, a serious buyer says, I'm looking for 2 to 4 unit properties in these neighborhoods. My purchase range is $250 to $450. I can handle approximately $50,000 in repairs. I'm buying for long-term income. My financing is arranged and I can provide the documentation that you need. Now the broker has a real acquisition profile. Broker knows what to watch for. Broker also knows whether you can perform. This is where you have to prove it. Respond quickly. Visit the property promptly. Provide proof of funds or your financing strategy. Understand the contract. Complete your inspections within the agreed timeline. Don't invent problems to renegotiate after tying up the property. And don't disappear when the transaction becomes uncomfortable. Guys, realtors remember investors who waste their time. They also remember investors who close. That reputation compounds. One broker may eventually call you and say, look, hey, I have a listing coming up that needs work. The seller needs absolute certainty. Does this fit what you buy? That phone call didn't come from a secret MLS filter. It came from trust that you built. Guys, this is the difference between a consumer and an operator. The consumer asks, hey, where are the cheap houses? The operator asks, what's the acquisition plan? How am I going to fund it? How am I going to operate it? What income can it reliably produce? That's the one-door control system that I talk about. It's acquisition, it's capital, and it's management. All three pieces must work together. See, a discounted purchase with bad financing can still fail. A great property with bad management can still lose money. A high-income property purchased at the wrong price can still trap you. The deal is not one number. The deal is a complete system. All right, y'all, this matters more when you're in the late 40s and 50s. You don't have 30 years to recover from every careless decision. That doesn't mean it's too late, okay? It means the strategy has to become more disciplined. You don't need to buy every property. You don't need to pretend every listing is a deal. You need a clear target, dependable capital, and an operating plan that can produce income. That's it, all right? The goal is not to look like an investor on social media. The goal is to own assets that create more control over your future. So, here's the deal. The MLS is not broken. Your realtor is not necessarily hiding anything from you. And sellers aren't required to finance your profit by accepting unsupported low offers. So use the MLS correctly. First, search for the friction that reduces the competition. Second, study the listing story and watch for changing circumstances. Third, become the prepared buyer brokers trust to close. Stop asking the MLS to hand you a bargain. Start by building a system capable of recognizing and solving real problems. This is how an operator actually finds real opportunity. Look, guys, if you're serious about building income through real estate, but you don't have a clear acquisition, capital management plan, then go to christensenproperties.com/call. Book a consultation. Let's look at where you are and what type of property fits your situation and what the actual numbers need to accomplish. You don't need every door. You just need the right door and a system to help you control it.